Rain. How are you?
Right, how are you?
Judge looks very festive today.
So this is an FSGI, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Hola, yo te voy a interpretar, ¿ok?
Good morning, Ms. Reyes.
Díaz, señora Reyes.
Good morning.
Ms. Reyes, you're charged with failure to stop and give information. Essentially leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information.
Escena de un accidente sin intercambiar la información que necesitabas hacer.
We're facing up to 180 days in jail
180 días en la cárcel por
and or a $2,000
una
fine.
multa que no sobrepase $2,000.
You're going to do probable cause.
Soldados.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Contra usted.
I insist she stays high.
Y tu abogado insiste que se quede callada.
Just please go slow.
Yes, Your Honor. On March
El
10th,
10 de marzo
2025,
del 2025,
officers were
los
dispatched to
oficiales
Slaver
fueron
Street
a
and
una calle Safer
Princess Street in reference to an
Street.
FSGI.
con una referencia de faltar y dar información.
The officers were
Los
advised that a white Charger
oficiales
left the scene
dijeron que
following
un
an
white Charger
accident
se fue de la escena después de un accidente
and was last seen
y
going
lo
southbound
vieron
on Shaver
ido
Street.
por el camino al sur en la calle Shaver.
The complainant stated that she
quejante
was
dijo
traveling when a
que ella
white
estaba
Dodge
manejando
made a
cuando un
unsafe lane
Dodge
change
Cambió de carril, pero sin,
and collided with her.
y chocó contra ella.
The complainant
El
showed
quejante
officer a
dijo,
picture of the
Él
suspect
tomó
vehicle,
una foto del vehículo y le enseñó
Which
al oficial
showed the license
y le
plate
enseñó, tenía la
and
placa.
damage to the vehicle
y
on
el
the back
daño al
left
vehículo.
portion. The complainant
El
estimated that the
quejante
damage was
dijo que
around
él
$1,000.
está estimando que costó como $1,000 en reparación.
Officers ran the
Y los
vehicle and
oficiales
found the registered
Vieron la
owner to
placa
be
y
Juan Maneno.
encontraron que el dueño era Juan Meneno.
The officer located the vehicle at the apartment complex
Encontraron
that the
el
vehicle was
vehículo
registered
en
to.
los apartamentos a donde estaba registrado.
The officer met with
Y
Juan
el
and his
oficial
wife, who is
habló
the
con Juan y
defendant.
la esposa, que es la acusada.
Juan advised the officers that the
Y Juan
defendant
le
had been
dijo
driving the
que la
vehicle all
acusada
day,
estaba
that
manejando
the
todo el día el vehículo.
and that the only damage to the
que
vehicle should
cualquier
have been on the
daño
front bumper from a
que tenía
previous
el
incident
vehículo
and
era
nothing
en la
else.
parte de frente de un accidente previo.
The defendant
Y
advised
el
the officers
acusado
that she was
le
driving the
dijo,
vehicle and
ella
had
estaba
recently
manejando
gotten back from a Walmart,
el vehículo y había regresado
which
de
is around
Walmart
700
como
feet from
como
where the incident
700
occurred.
pies de a donde ocurrió el
She denied hitting
incidente
anybody.
y ella negó pegarle a cualquier persona. Negó que
Your Honor, so based on the
y
information,
basándome en la
the
información dice
car was registered to his wife.
So, how do we know who's
And
driving
the
it?
complaint,
y
the
cómo sabe quién
Juan
estaba
stated that
manejando.
he was the one driving and she admitted to being in that location at the time.
She denied hitting, right? Do we have any kind of evidence that puts her at the scene that she's the one that causes the accident?
Que ella estaba ahí y causó el accidente. Go ahead.
That she was the one within 700 feet of the accident and that she had
Estaba
access to the vehicle, Your Honor.
Tenía acceso al vehículo y estaba a 700
And this
pies
vehicle was the one that was in the
del lugar.
accident.
Y ese fue el vehículo que causó el accidente.
Did you say that the husband said that she was driving it?
She was driving
El
it all day.
esposo
Your Honor.
dijo que estaba manejando.
statement.
Dice que sí.
Do you want to add anything? Did you want to say anything?
No, two things, Judge. Number one, there was no evidence that
No hay
she was,
evidencia.
as you mentioned, there was no evidence that she was
Que ella
driving the
estaba
vehicle. And just because she had the vehicle all day does not mean she
Dice
was
porque
driving
tenía
it.
el vehículo ese día.
For example,
No
when I'm sure my
significa
daughter's
que estaba
home,
manejando.
I'm sure,
Porque por
and she's using one of our
ejemplo,
vehicles, I'm sure that
mi hija
her lunkhead
está usando
boyfriend is probably driving it for the
el
majority of the
vehículo.
time.
Puede ser que
Additionally,
el
this
novio de
vehicle
mi hija
is
estaba
insured.
manejando. Ahora el vehículo
There's
está-
never been
tiene
any
su- está
report
asegurado.
of anyone, but people had consent to drive it, driving it. That defense is not going to be erased, so this is an insured incident.
Este es un incidente
You got A, you got C, but you don't have B. I mean, I just don't think that,
A ver,
officer could have gone to Walmart, pull video, see her coming out, other
pueden ir a Walmart a ver si
cameras anywhere else. I don't know, but I just,
no hay
I
prueba.
don't think there's enough. You know? All right, I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case,
Van
man.
a encontrar que hay motivos fundados para mantener, pero
Please be careful when you're driving.
ten cuidado con
If you're going to drive, do not drive unless you have a valid license
no manejar
and liability insurance in your name.
y seguro.
Do you understand?
¿Entendido?
Okay, all right.
And she does,
Yes.
for the court's edification.
Thanks, Randy.
Always great seeing you, and I apologize on the record for calling in my future son-in-law is a lunkhead, in case that goes anywhere. I forgot it's being videoed. All right, take care.
Pause.
I keep forgetting. Yo te voy a traducir enfrente del juez, ¿ok?
Gracias.
Este no es el momento de pelear el caso, solo escucha lo que te van a decir. Te van a dar tus derechos y cosas así.
Morning, Mr. Macias.
Buenos días, señor.
Sir, you were charged with assault, bodily injury. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
Quiet.
You have the right to have an attorney present.
El derecho de tener un abogado presente.
If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you.
Van a asignar un abogado oficial.
On March 10th,
El 10 de marzo
2025,
del 25,
at approximately 5:03
aproximadamente
p.m.,
5:03 de la
an
tarde,
officer
un
was
oficial
dispatched to
lo
a
llama
disturbance,
a una
unknown weapon
casa,
call
con una
at a
llamada de
residence
que tiene una
in
arma
Harris County,
aquí
Texas.
en una residencia en el condado de Harris.
The officer made
El
contact
oficial hizo
with the
contacto con
defendant
el acusado, usted,
and complainant
y el quejante
on the sidewalk of
ahí
the
en la
residence.
acera de la residencia.
The officer
El oficial
observed the
observó
call was related
que la llamada
to
era
a previous
relacionado a otra llamada
on
previa
March 6th,
del 6 de marzo
2025.
del 2025, que estaba
The defendant stated his right
acusado
hand
dijo
was
que la mano
injured
derecha le hicieron
approximately
daño
3 days ago
hace como 3 días
because he fought with the
porque había
complainant
peleado con el
who
quejante
beat up the defendant
que
and that he was
había
sitting
dado
outside
golpes
playing
y estaba
guitar
afuera
on the day of the
tocando
incident.
guitarra el día que ocurrió el
The
incidente.
complainant became
El
upset
quejante
because he
se
did not
enojó
like the noise and that
porque
the
no tenía,
complainant
no le gustó el ruido
complains about music all the time.
y él siempre está quejándose sobre la música siempre.
And that the complainant caught him
Y
at a
el
bad
quejante
time
lo agarró un tiempo que estaba
because he
tomando
was
unos
drinking
rollos, porque
alcohol
estaba tomando
and was
alcohol
angry.
y estaba enojado.
The defendant stated he was
El
tired
el
of the
acusado
complainant
dijo
constantly
que estabas
bothering him,
cansado de que él siempre se está molestando
that the complainant deserved to get beat up,
y le merecía que
and if
le dieran una
officers
paliza
released
y
him,
los oficiales
he would
lo
show
dejaran
them what he
ir
could do
y le
by
iba a
assaulting
enseñar
the complainant
qué ibas a
again.
hacer por agredirle otra vez.
The defendant stated he did
El
nothing wrong.
acusado dijo que no hizo nada mal.
The complainant stated
El
that on
quejante
March 6,
dijo que el 6 de
2025,
marzo del
he was
2025
assaulted by
lo
multiple
agredió
males.
varios hombres.
He was taking out
Él
the
estaba
laundry
sacando
when the
su ropa
suspect
sucia
started calling him
cuando el sospechoso
racial
empezó a llamar
slurs,
a un montón de
assaulted
palabras
him,
raciales y le
and dropped him
agredió
to the ground.
y le tiró al piso.
The complainant stated the suspect
El
punched him
quejante
on the
dijo
right
que
side
el
of his face
sospechoso le pegó
with
en
a
su cara
closed
derecha
fist,
de
causing
la
pain.
cara con un puño, causando
He
dolor
sustained
y
an
le
injury
dio
to his right knee
un,
and right
una
hand
lesión en la rodilla derecha y la mano derecha.
and left side of his torso was
Y en
hurt
el lado
as he
izquierdo del
believed he was
torso,
kicked.
pues, parece que él cree que le habían dado una patada.
On March 10th,
El 10 de
2025,
marzo
the complainant
del
stated
2025,
one of the suspects
te dijo
who attacked
que uno de
him
los sospechosos que le habían
on March 6,
atacado el 6 de
2025
marzo de 2025
was at the location.
estaba en ese lugar
The complainant pointed at the
y el
defendant
quejante le apuntó
and stated he had to go to the
al
hospital
acusado
due
y
to
le dijo que
injuries.
tenía que haber ido
Did he
al hospital.
identify him?
The defendant was
Lo
identified with
Lo
his Mexican
identificó
voter ID card.
con la
Yes, the
tarjeta de
complainant
votar
pointed at the
mexicana.
defendant, stating he was the
Él
one
lo
who attacked him
apuntó
on
al
March.
acusado y dijo que él fue quien la atacó.
Mr. Macias, I'm going to find if there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your
Yeah.
case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness,
Que no tengas ningún
not to be in possession of weapons,
o sea,
not to go within 200 feet of where he lives or where he works.
él vive o trabaja.
I don't know what your immigration status is,
¿Cuál es tu-
but if you're not in this country with permission
si no
and you
estás
go to
aquí,
jail, and immigration finds you because they sweep it daily, they will put an immigration detainer on you and you will be stuck in custody until this case is over with. And then you get shipped off to immigration, where you'll sit for another 6 to 9 months. I do not want that to
seis o
happen.
9 meses,
And
sí,
don't
es que eso
become a danger to my community. I don't care what is going on in your life. I don't care who bothers you. If I find that you pick up another case, you become a danger.
Otro
It's
caso,
not going to go
el
well for
peligro
you.
a esta comunidad no te va a ir bien.
You understand?
¿Entendido? Sí. Yes.
Do you have a lawyer today?
¿Tienes un abogado hoy?
No lo tengo.
No, sir. No te
No, I'm going to hire a lawyer.
¿Tienes la capacidad de contratar a un abogado?
De momento estoy fracturado, no.
At this moment, I have a fracture.
You have the ability to hire a lawyer.
Es el dinero para contratar un abogado.
De momento no.
At this moment, no.
I'll have you fill out an application. I'll see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. I need to know how much money you have in the bank,
Todo.
what you have money coming in, what kind of property you have, and then I'll take a look. We will create bond conditions for you.
Pues va.
Did you say that alcohol was a factor in this?
Yes, Judge. The defendant
Preguntó
stated.
si había
he
alcohol
was
en este
angry
caso.
because he
Dice
was
que sí,
drinking that
porque
day.
estabas enojado ese día porque estabas
I'm
tomando
also
ese día.
not to consume
También
alcohol,
te voy a
illegal
ordenar
drugs.
que no tomes
Test you. Mr. Macias, if I find that you're consuming alcohol, likewise, I will put you in jail.
Encuentro que estás tomando
Do you
alcohol
understand?
en la cárcel, ¿entendió?
Sí.
Yes.
I will, Deputy Miranda's going to give an application. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria. You'll get with police if you bond conditions, and then we'll have you take a seat in
Y
your
vamos a ver
office.
si te vamos a dar un abogado de cuánto quieres de fianza. Pase allá.